Very pleased to welcome back to the show Miss Shannon Abney. Shannon is with the Volunteers of America, and she's here today to talk to us about the School Readiness Tax Credit. She was here about a year ago, gave us a good update, and now you're back. Shannon, welcome back.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be back.
Well, let's jump right into it. Tell our listeners what the Louisiana School Readiness Tax Credit is and how it works for businesses.
Okay. Well, it's a very unique program created by our state legislatures that allows Louisiana businesses, it encourages Louisiana businesses to support early childhood education in their community. And how does it do that? There's these school readiness tax credits, allows businesses to make a donation directly to early childhood education through our program, through Volunteers of America's early childhood program. I think I've said early childhood 3 times now.
Yeah,
so allows them to make a donation yearly up to $5,000 to our program, and they can receive a 100% refundable tax credit for doing so.
So basically costs them nothing in the long run, and they can support early childhood education. I'll say it a few times now for you because we do need to drive home that point. I mean, all of the statistics out there, Shannon, point to how critically important early intervention is, early childhood education. And this is a way for businesses to support what goes on in the state and really do it without much impact to their own bottom line. So they get engaged, they help to prepare individuals to start school, and it really is a wonderful program.
Absolutely. People always say, why is it so important to invest in the early side of education? I think in the past, nationally, locally, so much money has been spent in high school and middle school, sort of like after the problems have already been created. And so I think all the studies show now how important it is to get the children, really give them a quality early start. And that's kind of the birth to age 5. The studies show that a quality education early in life will increase the chance that children will enter kindergarten with the skills they need to succeed, exhibit fewer behavior problems in class, complete high school, go to college, earn higher wages, avoid conflicts with the law, lower welfare costs. I mean, the list just goes on and on.
The statistics bear it all out. And, we've read all of the data which point to the fact that if a child can't read on a third grade level by the third grade, their chances of success throughout the rest of their academic career are diminished greatly. And these interventions to support and to fund this early childhood education is critically important. Now, which businesses are eligible to participate in the program?
All businesses. I mean, all you have to do is be a Louisiana business and pay taxes in the state of Louisiana. The only exception, you cannot make a personal donation, unfortunately. You can claim it on your corporate income tax. You can claim it on your individual income tax. I know some businesses, actually submit an individual return, and you can even be a partnership, and the tax credit can be split between multiple partners. And I mean, the process is really easy. I handle all of the donations myself. You can call me up. Anytime. I'm available to come out to a business. I'm available to sit down with you.
Come out and make presentations.
Make a presentation. Tell you about how the tax credit works. I'm also available to meet with your tax manager or your CPA, and sit down with them and explain the details of it. And it's as simple as this: you make a donation for any amount up to $5,000, and we issue you the paperwork you need. You file it on your taxes at the end of the year. It's a simple line item. And the really unique part about this tax credit, which I don't know if I've stressed enough, is that it's refundable. It's 100% refundable. And I think that people don't understand what that means, and that is that every single dollar you get back, even if you don't owe taxes. So if you make a donation for $5,000 and you don't owe taxes, the state will actually refund you the full amount of your donation. So, I mean, it literally costs you nothing.
It's one of those things that is, using the term that you hear so often, it's a no-brainer, right? I mean, why wouldn't you do this? And in fact, Bridget O'Connor with our team is sitting here in the office with us as we tape, and we probably need to look at this for the TJC group as well. Tell us some of the things that the funding is used for. Give us an example of how you take these donations and you put them to good use in early childhood education.
Okay. Well, we have an organization called Partnerships in Childcare. They serve a 6-parish region, so we serve East and West Feliciana, East and West Baton Rouge, Iberville, and Point Capee Parish. They have a center over off of Bennington. It's a resource center. We have computer labs, a library, resources for them, teachers to come, create materials to enhance their classroom. But the biggest thing that we do is we provide teacher training, mentoring, and what we call technical assistance. We go out to the early learning centers in our region. They sit down with the teachers. They show them how they can use these learning materials to maximize children's brain development. They just spend time with the teachers providing these services with them. We've also been able to do a lot of really exciting things with the tax credit dollars that we've raised recently, which I will say that last year in 2013, we raised over $183,000 from 40 Baton Rouge businesses, so I'm very proud of that. This is a program that hasn't been tapped into a lot in Baton Rouge. Other areas of the state have been doing it, but we have just started in the last 2 years. So with those extra dollars, we've been able to offer some science and technology grants. We've been able to offer some literacy grants to the centers. And one of the really exciting things we were able to do this year was to launch our first ever playground makeover contest. It's called Project Play Smart, and it's very exciting. Over 20 centers in the region applied. We had a community panel, which we went out, we took photos, we put them on our Facebook page. They voted, and we chose our winner. Our winner was Central Academy and Child Care, and they are actually installing the playground last week and this week, and we are having our ribbon cutting on October 2nd. So we're really excited about that, and we're hoping that next year we can have another Play Smart, and we hope to focus more on the classroom, where we do a complete classroom makeover, and we'd hope to be able to do more than one, actually. And I don't know if I said the playground makeover was a $25,000 playground makeover, and we were actually able to give them even a little bit more than that. So, they've been doing some great things in the community.
You're having fun, aren't you?
I am having fun. Well, the most exciting thing is when you get out there and you are with the kids and you see the look on their faces. These kids were like, when I came to present them with their winning banner and we drove up in the car, they were just all screaming and yelling and jumping up and down. They basically had grass and a couple plastic toys in their back. The back of the center. Now they're going to have a very creative playground that is going to allow them to really get their little brains thinking and moving and get them ready to learn.
It's amazing, and we got about 3 minutes left in the segment. And I want to hit on this because this is something I've said often over the years. When you think about the poverty level in the state of Louisiana and the impact that it has on education in general, and certainly on early childhood education, I've said, I'd love to have a study that shows us on an annual basis how many kids start kindergarten or maybe now start pre-K in Louisiana, and they've never had a book read to them, and what impact that has. And what you're dealing with here is a way to combat that issue, this issue of poverty, and not just, but this whole idea of preparing young people to start school and giving them an equal chance with those who are more fortunate, right?
Absolutely. And I will also say, not only does this help the kids that are, dealing with poverty, but if we can get these kids in school, ready to learn. This is affecting all kids that are in school. So it's my kids, your kids, because they're in an environment where everyone can kind of take off together and get learning, going on time. I know that, there's some kids that I met that they didn't even know what sound a cow made, or, they've never even.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Which is crazy.
Right? Which, things that we may take for granted and that may get that kid at a position where he or she is so far behind just starting school that it makes it very, very difficult to catch up. We got about 30, 40 seconds left. If individual businesses want more information on the Louisiana School Readiness Tax Credit, what do they need to do? Okay,
well, they can contact me directly. I'm available at any time. My phone number is 408-3794. You can visit our website.
Say that number again.
Yeah, I will say that again, 408-3794. That's area code 225. We have our website. It's called www.getsmartgbr.org. That's getsmartgbr.org, and all of my contact information is on there, including my email address. You can also go to the Louisiana Department of Revenue website, which is www.legis.state.la.us, and you can find information on the tax credit.
The Louisiana School Readiness Tax Credit, it really is a no-brainer, and it does great things preparing individuals as they begin their school careers. Shannon Abney, Volunteers of America, thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Nice job. That's a wrap, guys. I want to say a special thank you to Paul Aucoin for the Port of South Louisiana for also being with us on today's show. Join us again next week at this very same time for another edition of the Louisiana Business and Industry Show on Talk 107.3 FM and Talk1073.com.
This has been the Louisiana Business and Industry Show on Talk 107.3 FM. Special thanks to Pipeline Technology, specializing in safe, reliable, and efficient plant-to-plant pipeline transportation systems, locally owned and operated since 1996. For audio, downloads, and other information pertaining to this program, go to talk1073.com. Join Tim Johnson next week at this same time for in-depth business news and conversation on the Louisiana Business and Industry Show, an exclusive presentation